I'm shocked as to why they would select such a controversial and divisive individual to receive this award. And that's it. That's enough. Hi, and thanks for joining me. In the last 48 hours, I've had the privilege of looking into Pat Tillman's life and learning more about it. And I wanted to go a little further afield than the tabloid media and the media reports. I wanted to go to his Pat Tillman Foundation website and find out what they wanted us to know about the man and why they set up the foundation and why he was such a hero and why he is so revered. And he is a true American hero. And you probably know that he has hit the news because of our petty, petulant little Prince Harry receiving the Pat Tillman Award at the ESPYs for 2024. This award will be presented by Serena Williams, and a lot of people are up in arms. A lot of people are totally appalled by it. But the one reason that I'm making this video is because his mother is really unhappy about it. Pat Tillman's mother does not want this to happen, and I think that her wishes and her thoughts should be respected and listened to. And I think really this award should not be given. I do have a suggestion for how they could gracefully get out of all this disaster. I think that they could present the award to the Invictus Games. Now, Prince Harry is only the founding patron. He is the patron. He is not the person that makes it all happen. He's not the person that puts in all the hard yards and the hard work. The organisation of the Invictus Games puts in all the hard work and ensures that it keeps going and ensures that it's viable and sets up, all the organisation for all the games every time they're put on. They're the real work behind the scenes. Now, when other members of the royal family are patrons or founding patrons of a charity organisation, they don't claim the glory for that organisation's achievements for themselves. They merely show up as patron to shine a light on other people's work. That is the role of a royal patron. And Harry's not even a royal patron anymore. Well, he isn't in my mind anyway. So it's not up to the patron to receive the awards. It's up to the patron to give the awards and give the recognition. So if the ESPYs wanted to get out of this, all they have to do is announce that the award will be actually allocated to the Invictus Games organisation, and it will be presented to the Invictus Games organisation by Prince Harry, their patron. So that way the award doesn't go to Prince Harry. It is so ridiculous. Why didn't someone think this through? Honestly, do you think my advice is good? Let me know down below that is a way that they could gracefully honour who should be honoured, which is the Invictus Games organisation and the work that they do for wounded veterans. You could also have a wounded veteran assigned as an ambassador for the Invictus Games to go up and receive the award on behalf of the Invictus Games. And if Prince Harry wants his moment of fame and in the spotlight, he could present it. That would make sense because he is the patron of the Invictus Games. But to actually award Prince Harry himself, that is just beyond all comprehension. Here is the wonderful Pat Tillman. Here is a photograph of the man proudly standing in his uniform in front of the American flag. Now, when I went on the website, I saw this wonderful quote from Pat Tillman himself. I'm going to share it. It's a little small, so I'll read it out for you. The day after the attacks of September 11, 2001, Pat told a reporter, "At times like this, you stop and think about just how good we have it, what kind of system we live in, and the freedoms we are allowed. A lot of my family has gone and fought in wars, and I really haven't done a damn thing." Now, we could challenge Pat Tillman on that, I would think, because he had achieved a lot by that stage. He was a true sporting legend in the making in the NFL. He'd achieved a wonderful, very high-paying contract. He was a star, but he was also ascending to greater heights, and he was touted to have an absolutely long and brilliant career in the NFL. So you could say that he had already, he already was serving his country. He was entertaining them. He was inspiring them, as only great sporting heroes can do. But his brother joined up and he wanted to join up as well with him. And the wonderful thing about this man's character is, as soon as he announced it, he didn't court any more publicity. He wouldn't do any more press. because it wasn't about him. He wanted to serve his country. He wasn't trying to get accolades or adulation or any sort of attention. He just wanted to do the right thing as he saw it. And I admire him very much for that. So we'll go on and I'll share a little bit more with you of the story. This is actually how Pat Tillman died. In April 22nd, 2004, Pat's unit was ambushed as he travelled through the rugged canyon terrain of eastern Afghanistan. His heroic efforts to provide cover for fellow soldiers as they escaped from the canyon led to his untimely and tragic death via friendly fire. And that is indeed tragic. And we can also see this lovely quote. Now, this quote really inspired me because I was going around and reading about his sporting prowess. And even though I don't know anything about American football, I could see, what a powerful and important player he was. And on this sporting blog, this was this actual quote that I'll share. A truly heroic person gives up their life of comfort, leisure and safety and throws themselves into the unknown. And indeed, in making this video, we also are paying tribute to everybody that threw themselves into the unknown. Pat Tillman wouldn't want us to pay tribute just to him. He would want everybody, all his brothers in arms, everyone that did that and tried to went to represent their country in their hour of need. And every soldier that goes to represent their country in any conflict, even ones ongoing now, we owe them our respect. And that's obvious, isn't it? But that is why also this has created such a huge, huge backlash. So the media have pointed out that he won the Purple Heart and the Silver Star, and this was awarded, of course, after his death. Now enter, petty, petulant Prince Harry, which really, that's the greatest insult, is the fact that now his name is being actually presented in the same breath as Pat Tillman's name, and the two just do not go together. All Prince Harry has done, as we know, is sort of dishonour his own country. And he certainly was disloyal to his own commander-in-chief. He abandoned her while she was, still fully fulfilling her duty. He abandoned her and just moved to another country. And not only did he abandon his commander-in-chief, he then proceeded to diminish her and undermine her legacy. Anyway, we don't need to get into that because I'm just going to get furious if I get into that. So we will move on. We will move on. Now, this is how, this is about the ESPY Awards. The ESPY Awards Excellence in Sports Performance Yearly is run by the sports TV network ESPN, and they have got a lot of flack. And this is how the award was actually announced at the time. This was by Kate Jackson, VP of Production at ESPN, said, "These honorees have used their platforms to change the world and make it more inclusive for marginalised and suffering communities, demonstrating incredible resilience, positivity, and perseverance." Well, I would argue that actually Prince Harry is the opposite of resilience and positivity and perseverance. He hasn't displayed any positivity. All he's done is sort of negative sniping for the last 5 years. So I can't understand how he qualifies for this award. However, the organisation that he is patron of, the Invictus Games, yes, they would qualify. They would qualify as a positive initiative for wounded veterans. So give the award to the Invictus Games. Don't give it to Prince Harry. There is a precedent for this. The Pat Tillman Award has been given to a group before, so I think that the Invictus Games could be awarded this award. I don't think really Prince Harry as founding patron really has to accept the award on their behalf. It could go to, like I said, an ambassador, a wounded veteran could turn up to accept it on behalf of the Invictus Games. Now, the point of the whole video, the mother of Pat Tillman, Mary, has now criticised the decision, reportedly telling the Mail on Sunday, "I am shocked as to why they would select such a controversial and divisive individual to receive this award." And that's it. That's enough. That is all that needs to be said. I will say more because I can't resist it, but honestly, really, that's the point, isn't it? If the mother of Pat Tillman is not happy and thinks that this is divisive, and she can't understand the award being awarded to this recipient, surely that is enough. Surely she should be respected. Now, there is a change.org petition running around social media. I will link to it down below if you want to add your voice. Sadly, I think it's worthwhile making your opinions known and signing the petition. I'm not saying that. But sadly, I don't think it will force the award to actually be rescinded. I don't think that they will backtrack. I think they will be too scared of the backlash from the other side. I think they would be really worried how it would look. I think they would think that it would diminish the awards in some way. Serena Williams would probably pull out. I can't understand why Serena Williams, a sportswoman of such accomplishment and such stature, would allow herself to be aligned with the two grifters. It just does not make sense at all, does it? It does not make sense. So we will move on, and for a little bit of light relief, I actually did this post on X a few days ago when the story first broke. Serious question, when will Harry feel like he has enough awards? Because he's incessant sort of grasping for recognition. It's not really working, is it? It's quite desperate. Now, there was a serious answer to this, and I want to read this one out. Now, this lady, said she got this quote off Reddit, so I can't credit the original person. But Princess Harlot actually posted this on X. Reddit said it best: Pat Tillman abandoned the pursuit of personal wealth to embrace a life of service, whereas Harry abandoned a life of service to pursue personal wealth. And that sums it up, doesn't it? And there were a few funny ones that I want to share for a bit of light relief. From Princess Anastasia, when he runs out of money to buy any more. Now, I did want to interject here and say I laughed at that. It was a funny, comment, and it had the gif, with the with the money. But I do want to say that that's not really fair to the past recipients of this award, because I don't think there's any suggestion that anyone, in the past has ever purchased this award. This award has been given to really honourable people that have achieved great things, people that have saved lives, people that have suffered serious injury themselves and then gone on to form organisations to help other people that have been wounded. Really important work, people that really do work tirelessly. So when we sort of scoff and say, he's bought himself another award, I get it, and I say it too, but it does a great disservice to the people that really earned the past awards. So another bit of light relief, and this made me laugh from Not Sure Laugh Out Loud. Harry collecting participation trophies like they're action figures. I believe it too. And this was good too. The Magic 8 Ball says the 12th of never. But there was thousands of replies to my single sentence. Now, this is too small, so I'll go big screen and I will actually find it on my iPad here and be able to read out to you all the awards that Harry has received to date. This is just off Wikipedia, but it was so interesting because really the flurry of awards started after he met Meghan Markle. That doesn't surprise. But in 8 years, there was maybe two, 2010, 2011. And then from 2018, there was a literal flurry of awards. He's just besieged with awards after he met Meghan. In August 2018, the Royal Canadian Legion granted him the Founders Award for his role in founding the Invictus Games. Look, he was the founding patron. Very different thing. Very different thing. Founding patron is what the royal family does. They add their face to highlight work as a patron. They don't claim to be putting in the day-to-day hard yards in any organisation. They realise that their face highlights that hard work. So he didn't found the Invictus Games. He was the founding patron. Someone else did all the hard work. And the rest of the royal family are happy to acknowledge that. They don't try to claim, the glory for themselves. It's absolutely ridiculous. In October 2018, he was presented with the RSA badge in gold for his work with injured veterans. In July 2021, now this is ludicrous. They got an award, the Change Champions Award, Population Matters, because they decided to only have 2 children. I only had 2 children. Do I get that award too? And we all know that that was just a silly snipe and a dig at Prince William and the Princess of Wales. It was a way to snipe at them because they happened to have the audacity to dare to have 3 children. So it was a snipe award. You know, they must be so proud, so proud. Okay, February 2022, Harry and Meghan were selected to receive the NAACP's President Award. In October 2022, the couple were named as Ripple of Hope Award laureates for their work on racial justice and mental health. Well, yes, we all know that they're actually awarded that award for fighting institutional racism in the royal family. Way to go, Harry. Do you get sort of the theme that a lot of these awards are actually just digs and snipes and sort of passive-aggressive attacks on Harry's family and the institution of the monarchy that his grandmother dedicated over 70 years of her life to? Can you see that? How petty and stupid it all is? And now the wonderful hero, Pat Tillman, is going to be associated with these 2 grifters. Absolutely appalling. And then finally, Harry was inducted into the Living Legends of Aviation. Oh, it just makes you tired. I'm sure John Travolta is still smarting after that one. So you can see, how many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this will be the 7th. And I'm sure there's more. I'm sure Wikipedia is inaccurate. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more of these awards. And, you know, working tirelessly 1 hour a week, he's received more awards than pretty much anyone I know. His pool room must be pretty full. I'm sure they all go straight to the pool room. So let me know what you think down below. A lot of people are really, really angry about this. And like I said, I can really understand that anger. But what it all comes down for me is Pat Tillman's mum. She should be listened to. I think all mums should be listened to, actually, but that's another video. Okay, I'll see you again soon. Bye.